Should you buy a turbo trainer for training in winter indoors? Should you buy a turbo trainer for training in winter indoors? The answer is yes, because it's cold out here. But I bought a Wattbike back in April of last year and I've sold it already.
Oh, hell no!
So I just wanted to make a quick video and explain why I've already sold my Wattbike and why I'm not actually a massive fan of training indoors.
What the hell?
Even when the weather is absolutely freezing cold and all the roads are flooded and the roads are in horrible conditions. But yeah, hear me out. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Like I said, I just wanted to make a quick video on why I sold my Wattbike after only about 8 or 9 months of owning it. I thought a few people who might be looking to buy one might be quite interested, but just to hear my my little insight really. If you're just a recreational cyclist, so you're not super serious, you don't mind missing some cycling in December, January, February, you're happy to give those a miss and you're a fair weather cyclist, why it might not actually be a good idea to buy one, or
as order, I know what I'm doing.
Definitely not a Wattbike anyway because they're quite expensive. Why it might just be better to maybe buy a winter bike or another bike instead and just ride on the days in winter where you can actually ride. So yeah, let me just get my notes. I've made some notes and I'll just raise a few points.
No, order!
About why you maybe shouldn't buy a Wattbike. So yeah, I guess the first reason is, and this was my reason, this won't apply to everyone, is that they're actually quite expensive. I think they're about £1,700 now for a Wattbike, which is quite a bit of money. And to be honest, I didn't use mine enough to warrant spending that much money. So the first reason for me was that I wanted to reclaim some of my money and I wanted to get some of my money back. So I sold mine for that reason. So that's reason number one, they're quite expensive. And if you're not going to use it that often, then just think maybe you could buy another bike with that money.
You're joking.
Or you could buy a winter bike maybe.
Not another one?
Or you can save the money, of course. But obviously if you've got bags of cash, then yeah, go and buy one.
You got your money!
Yeah, I mean, the second reason, I guess, kind of ties into the first reason, and that is just that I found it so boring training indoors. Now, being inside a garage or a conservatory just on my bike, that isn't cycling for me. For someone like myself, I just couldn't get on with it. To be quite honest, they're boring as hell. So yeah, reason three, and again, all these reasons kind of tie into each other anyway, but reason three is it's kind of more of a mental battle on a turbo trainer, a mental battle that I'm not willing to partake in. Now let's say, for example, you go out on a ride, you set off, you do 25 miles, you do 30 miles on your road bike.
Nice.
Once you're out, you've got no choice of getting back but riding back. When you're out on a bike, the scenery is constantly changing, the weather's changing, the roads are changing, elevation's changing, everything's changing around you. I would almost say it's actually harder on a turbo trainer than it is cycling in real life. That mental battle with just being sat stationary. Sometimes when you're out and you don't really want to do it, you've got no choice. Whereas if you're in a trainer, just in your bedroom or in the garage, you can just get off the bike. You can just say, all right, sod it, I don't care. This is boring, I'm gonna get off my bike. So yeah, I guess obviously a lot of people would say, oh, well, trainers have come a long way now technology-wise. You've got Zwift, you've got Sufferfest, you've got all these virtual worlds that you can go into and train online with loads of other people. My housemate absolutely loves his turbo trainer and he can spend hours on it, enjoys using Zwift. But same again, I just couldn't get into that. I tried Zwift, that just doesn't really add anything to it.
Come, take up yoga, you'll find it beneficial, man.
I want to be clear in what I'm saying here. If your goal is to become a better cyclist, you want to improve your FTP, you want to get much better, then obviously you should go out and buy a turbo trainer. There's no denying that. But if you're a recreational cyclist and you just actually like riding your bike like me, you just like being outside, riding your bike, being in the countryside, being on the roads, if you're type of cyclist like that and you're not too bothered about fitness, or you think you can just pick your fitness up in the summer and happily to do it out on the roads, then I would err caution about buying one. So of course it comes down to what type of cyclist you actually are. So yeah, I'll say this again, if you're a recreational cyclist and your enjoyment comes from actually being out in the countryside, I mean, this is Richmond Park, then maybe it might not be worth it, or I'd have another think about it before you go out and purchase. What I'd actually suggest doing is buying a winter bike.
No! God, please, no!
Or buying a mountain bike or cyclocross bike for the depths of winter, so you can go out in the middle of winter down muddy roads and stuff like that. So that's actually what I'd suggest doing instead of buying a turbo trainer if you really don't think you'll get on with them. If you can support the channel, guys, that would be great. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, so if you can support the channel, give me a like, maybe subscribe, then I really appreciate that. And yeah, more content to follow.